Today's episode is brought to you by the Hattiesburg Half Marathon, 10K and 5K. There's lots of different causes that are being represented for this charitable activity, but Sacred Heart School is one of them. We're actually on mile 2 of the route. We're going to have the drum line out front. We need people to bring lawn chairs, show up, cheer runners on, and we need charity runners. So if you can run a half marathon, that's 13.1 miles for those who are counting, we need you. We need you to represent the school. Again, this year, the race is focusing on the philanthropic impact a race of this size can make on our community by having charity runners. Previously, charity runners raised over $250,000 for local nonprofits. As a charity runner, you have the option to choose of 13 nonprofits in the Pine Belt region to raise money and awareness on their mission. I mean, I made that up all myself without reading it from anything. So make sure you go sign up. And if you can't run a half marathon, a 10K or 5K, come show up in April and support Sacred Heart. This episode was a fun one. Got to talk with Hank Rigsby. He used to take drums for me back in the day, but what he's really passionate about is acting, right? He is an artist. You'll see. He's cool. He looks cool. He talks cool. He acts cool. It's kind of insane. And I mean, yeah, I feel a little competitive with him, and it's fine. You know, I'm a grown man, and I'm working through it. Look. In all seriousness, you'll really enjoy this episode. It was really fun to sit down and talk with him. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. We're trying to monetize this channel. If you have an email address, you can subscribe. Enjoy. And he's like, wait to put on the clown makeup till you get to Oxford. So I was at a gas station I forgot I had it on. And this lady came up to me and she's like, "Are you okay? I'm a nurse. Are you okay?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Oh, it's Halloween makeup.
That's funny.
It's not real. It's not real." So what's up, Hank? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
You good?
Yeah.
What's life like in the 9th grade?
It's mediocre. I mean, it could be better, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at your age, it's not a cool answer to be like, "Yeah, things are great." Because they usually don't really feel that way when you're at that phase of your life.
Right.
So you just got done with, Center Stage just got done with the Clue show that happened at the Hattiesburg Community Arts Center downtown.
Yeah.
What was that like putting on a show in the age of COVID?
I mean, it was definitely pretty exciting to be like the first like in-person show in that theater. I forget it was the Hattiesburg. This is the American Arts Center. I think that's right. The place where the rented out space that we used. But yeah, I think that was great that they let us use that space, especially like with such a big like set and stuff. I thought it was just like excellent.
Well, it's a perfect for. It'd be tough to have a musical there just because of the acoustics, because it's concrete, big rectangular building. I actually played a show there right before COVID kind of struck, and it was just really boomy. It was just hard to hear, but you guys, like, you could hear everyone's voice really well. I mean, the sound was good, but it's something about like it makes your voice sound boomier, which is what you want in a theatrical production.
Yeah.
So what was it like rehearsing with a mask on for so long, like leading up to the show?
It felt like I wasn't able to like properly portray my character, like, because most of my character when I did the physical show was like a lot of like really gruff facial expressions, like just kind of like angry and all this weird stuff I was doing in my face, but I wasn't able to do that practicing with a mask on. And so I felt like, well, I did feel prepared for it, but like I felt like I didn't practice enough on the expression of the character, because it was like, but once we got to the show, like I think I did okay.
Well, you're able to make the face, you just aren't able to get the feedback you normally do
from
someone.
Right.
So what was your character's name?
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, you're a grump in that show.
I am. Yeah.
That's a clue, man. It's a throwback, man. What's it like doing? Did you watch the movie before the show? What's it like doing something that was popular like a while ago, trying to bring it back?
The Center Stage group, we all had to sit down and watch the movie together, and we had to watch all the different endings. So it was freaky. I had never seen the movie before, and I had never played the board game, which I kind of feel bad because I didn't get to experience that full, like, the board game thing. It was strange, but yeah, it was interesting because we weren't. I mean, I wasn't educated enough on like this old movie, but I thought it was like a really good movie once I watched it. I never knew about it until the show.
Well, I mean, how many people your age play board games, you know? I mean, that's not, I don't feel like that's a common thing anymore, but that's cool that you get to do these nostalgic type things associated with the show. That's really cool.
Right.
So why acting? What made you decide to be in center stage?
I had done acting since like maybe when I was 5. My parents put me in the play If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and I got to be the mouse. I don't remember anything about that show though, other than like some kid was like messing with like a fridge prop. But anyways, then from then on, maybe a few years later, I went into another play called Journey of the Noble Narble, and then I kind of am able to remember from then on. I just like in 5th grade, the center stage program, they gave us access to that, and I was like, it seems pretty fun. Like I could actually do some theater. And then with Miss Drinkwater, Miss Abby, and I got to go in and audition, and all the people got to audition, and we did our first show, Aladdin, which was like really fun.
What character were you in that show?
I was Aladdin.
Yeah. See, I know all these things, but it's fun to ask. Man, because I've seen all the shows. It's really cool that we have that here at Sacred Heart. So what's the difference between playing Aladdin in 5th grade and being Colonel Mustard in 9th grade? What is there a difference? And if so, what do you think it is?
I definitely noticed a difference. I have a lot more experience because I've gotten to do all these shows in front of audiences, and like for a while actually I didn't stop center stage, but I like took a break over the summer and did some film stuff with a friend named Ron Howard, and a lot of that was pretty productive, and I took some improv classes, and that really helped build.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. You're making films with Ron Howard? Like
Sorry.
Opie?
No, wait, sorry, I got his name wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, Okay, I've done that before. I did that once with a movie, and I was like,
okay,
I was
I was about to say, if you're making,
so
what are you
sorry.
doing here?
Ron Haig.
Making films with
Haig.
Ron Howard.
Yeah. Oh, dang. I wish.
So you're making films, took a break from center stage this summer. And then the difference now in after having 4 years of, like, I guess you call it theatrical training, or at least having an opportunity to be on stage. What's the biggest difference?
My ability to notice the audience and like interpret how they feel about the character, so that way I can play off of like what they want from the character to actually entertain them with like all the different aspects. Because I used to like not move my face at all and just be really blank about it, but then I like slowly knew like there's like all these little things like raising your eyebrows and like brightening your eyes and all this stuff that could change the way you're viewed as the character.
Okay, be honest. How many hours have you spent in front of the mirror going like
that?
I
do that like every day. Oh, I know, it's so embarrassing, but I just like, I don't know. I just love, like, I would like watch Jim Carrey and I would just feel myself like making his expressions and just like trying to mimic them like unconsciously.
Doing the Ace Ventura impression was the first way I figured out how to make my parents laugh. So I was the same way. Just real animated.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, just like, yeah, man. It's one of those things where people, you try and describe it to somebody else, and they're like, "What? You like making faces in the mirror? What's wrong with you?" And then you start thinking like, "Well, there's something wrong with me." And I mean, I still think there probably is something wrong with me, but
yeah, me too.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just there's actually ways you can apply that to. I think that it helps me with this job, because it's like, yeah, I got used to, I talk too much, but I got used to talking to people, or even myself. So it kind of helps me with conversation, because you just got lots of practice, got lots of reps in. So that's cool. So do you feel like when you're in the center stage group, you're in a group of kindred spirits?
Oh yeah, we're like a family. We just like, we all vibe with all the different things we do. It's great. We're even like, we wanted to do some independent stuff. It didn't do too well at first. Like we tried some stuff like last year, I think. But but we didn't. We got off track. But like we're still trying to like make some stuff like outside of center stage. But hopefully that goes well. I hope it will.
What kind of stuff you trying to make?
Just like short films. We're finding like there's like an abandoned golf course that we know of that we're gonna like see if we can do something on. But like we don't really know yet. Like if we're gonna do like a solid film.
What's
there.
the story?
Right.
Because look, I say that because have you ever seen Robert Downey Jr. on Joe Rogan's podcast? It's an incredible. If you are halfway interested in acting, you got to watch it. The first 30 minutes incredibly informational. Then the second 30 minutes is just like it's Robert Downey Jr. and his ego. It's like, okay, I get it. But the first 30 minutes are great, and his main thing was when you're acting, you have to remember what's your action. Okay, so he's like talking about this movie he was in, and the director goes, "What's your action?" And he kept getting the answer wrong because he goes, "Well, I'm supposed to be doing this," and I'm thinking about he's going real deep into the character study, and the guy goes, "Your action is you're trying to get to work and you're late," and that's it for that one scene. And so then he was like, and then everything else fell into place. So what's the story? Don't worry about the location. Don't worry about all the extra stuff. What's the story? That would be my best advice. And
Yeah.
check out that episode. It's killer.
All right.
That would be a cool thing for like the school to do. I mean, I would love to put that out on social media, kind of have like a film club or a film school.
Definitely.
Here at Sacred Heart, is that something you think people would be interested in?
Yeah, definitely with the people that go to this school. Like I know a lot of the people in like the choir classes and the people that go to center stage and stuff. They definitely want some sort of like class that they could express themselves in. I know that'd definitely be fun because like if you have the right like material to use and like you put the effort into it, you could really make some good stuff. You just got to have the place and the time to do it.
Yeah, man, you just need the opportunity. And how are you looking towards the future in regards to acting? What do you see in the future for Hank Rigsby?
I hope that I could get somewhere with it because it's just like I don't know if I'd really be able to get out there and do something. I have hope for it though, but like I mostly just want to like go out and see the world and just travel and go to national parks and play music. But like acting, it like I want to put myself all into it. I just don't know that it'll give back to me what I put into it. But if I were to be hopeful about it, I definitely would want to like be a part of some really big group, a part of maybe Hattiesburg or like a town or somewhere, and definitely like put all my effort into making the arts like a big thing. Like especially with this school, like this school's a place where you could go somewhere if you just if
Put
you
the
try.
time in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's pretty cool. I think it's cool, too, that we're downtown. I think the location of the
Definitely.
school we got a lot going for us there. And it just feels like you're part of a city. It feels artistic. You got the Pocket Museum down the street, the Sanger. You got the Arts Council, the Community Arts Center. There's a lot of good stuff happening. And with people like you and people in center stage, pushing for the arts to be taken seriously, I think that it can only go up, All right, well, honestly, I think it's time to play questions about you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is serious, so get ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Make sure you like
Subscribe.
and share. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color, I'll say green.
Green. Okay.
Yeah.
No one said green yet, so
Okay, I'm
green
special.
green for the money.
Yo, yeah.
What's your favorite animal?
Something interesting. I'll say a koala.
Koala. Yeah, but the koalas they look cute, but apparently they're kind of mean.
Yeah. They got funny little noses. They're funny. I
So
like
just
them.
be careful. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, if you ever see one,
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be friends with a koala.
right? Yeah, don't approach
Just
it.
like I'll view you from a distance and appreciate you, but I'm not gonna like.
All right, what would be the theme song of your life? It doesn't have to be a theme song from a show. Just any song to
Any
describe your life. No pressure.
Watermelon Man, Herbie Hancock.
Dun, dun, dun. You know that? Boot it, boot it, boot it. I know the guy who recorded that on beer bottles.
Really? Oh yeah, the dude with the
Bill Summers.
with the like the call
It's
or whatever.
it's like throat sing. It's like humming and whistling at the same time, like, but then with the bottles to change the pitch.
Nice.
Dude, that's a great song. Herbie Hancock. I love that.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite memory this year in a year that everybody likes to say, I didn't like this and that? What's been the best thing that's happened in the past year?
The best thing that's happened. Definitely Clue. Like it's kind of been a rough year for me, and Clue has been like really awesome, especially the last show, because it's just like that's my first show where I don't regret anything about it. Like I walked away and I was like, we can't top that. That was our best show we did.
What did it mean to have people in the audience?
It felt like we got to connect with an audience for the first time in a while, because it's definitely just like it would have been really difficult, because at first we wanted to do like a Zoom call maybe and like let it be live streamed, but we felt like we couldn't do that, so we had to do the in-person show, and it definitely felt a lot more human. Definitely.
I think this is definitely a year to remember what makes us human. So that's a pretty beautiful answer, Hank. Which TV sitcom would you star in, and what character would you be?
I'll just say The Office, since I like that show a lot, and my character would be, I'd be Michael.
Rancho Cucamonga. Bro, I love Steve Carell. I've actually kind of switched to, I used to think Jim was the good guy and Dwight was the bad guy.
Yeah.
But now, you've read the conspiracy theory where Dwight's just a guy trying to do his job and Jim's like an office terrorist where he's just messing with all the pranks that we thought were funny in 2004 right. Now kind of seem a little messed up, It's interesting. What do you think, Jim or Dwight?
I'm going to go for Dwight.
Dwight, yeah.
I'm in with the Beats.
Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yeah.
So good, man. That's a great choice.
Yeah, I love that show.
Okay, so if you could be in a scene from a movie, what scene would it be? I don't normally ask both these questions, but you're an actor, so what movie would you be in, and what scene would you choose to play in?
Would it be like the original scene, or could I like...
Look, I know it's tough to decide. I would want to be... See, I like Batman. It's another thing. I grew up loving Batman, but now, as an adult, I kind of like the chaos of the Joker. So the Dark Knight was like a big jam for me, and I love when he's got the big pile of money and he burns it. All you care about is money. So that would be the scene I would want to be in.
I want to be in the Joaquin Phoenix Joker with the scene where he's on the stairs dancing. I love that because it's so like natural, and he's just like flailing around.
I could 100% see you doing that.
Oh, I'd love to do that. That'd be so fun.
Two Jokers. That's hilarious. Okay. That's pretty awesome. All right. How would your friends describe you?
Probably when I'm around them, loud. Sometimes obnoxious. I don't want to be like egotistical, but like sometimes kind, hopefully funny. But I don't know. I'd have to ask them because they've never described me. We just hang.
That's kind of refreshing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you seem kind. I mean, I would hope pretty much everybody's friends thought they were kind and nice, because that's probably why you're friends, What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? It's kind of gross, but to some people, not to me. I love it. I love fried tofu. It's like, I love fried tofu. It's so good.
Tofu, it's got a smell I can't describe.
Yeah, it's freaky. It's like fake meat, but also not even fake meat. Just kind of, you shouldn't view it as like a false meat. You should view it as its own food, because especially if it's fried. Because my mother makes like a peanut curried sauce that goes with it, and it is so good.
Man, so you're eating healthy at the house then, because apparently tofu is pretty healthy.
Yeah, my mother's vegetarian and my dad is like a health nut, so I have to live with that. So I've gotten used to learning how to cook like vegetarian meats, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I've had to like definitely like learn how to cook healthy stuff for myself. But
and you mentioned your parents, they're both artists. What's that like being in a household with, I mean, obviously you're influenced by their interests, not just with food, but with art and how they live. So what's that like being in a household like that? I would assume it'd be pretty awesome.
It is pretty fun, yeah, but there's always constructive criticism. But I mean, I like that because I always want to grow from the stuff I do. Uh, but there's just like, I feel like there's more freedoms in my house than there would be with most kids because like we got like guitars on the walls. My room is like, I did a mural on the wall in my room, and I got lights and
So you painted your own bedroom wall?
yeah,
That's pretty sick.
it was pretty fun. Yeah.
So do you guys discuss, because your dad is a sculptor
Yeah.
and your mother...
I'm not exactly clear on what she teaches. I know she teaches some art history, and she also does like clay like workshops at her school.
So that's different from acting, but it's still under the large umbrella that is the art. So do you ever talk about each other's art or each other's process? Like, because I wonder if speaking to, like, I grew up with, my dad's big into music, percussion. So it's an incredible resource to, like, at any time could ask him like a little tidbit about like how he gets something done, and then kind of apply it to, I actually applied it to sports more than anything. Is that something you do?
Well, I feel like we view art as like a language. So no matter where you're coming from, like whether it be dancing or singing or pottery or painting or acting, it all translates. So it's more about the expression of yourself, and I'm pretty sure that's what we all think. And but we just it's kind of like a language to us, I think, because we get to like I get to see lots of my dad's, like his students will send him photos of their works, and we all talk about them and discuss them sometimes, and it's really fun. And my dad will give me feedback on my acting and all sorts of stuff.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Remember, you have two great resources at the house.
Definitely.
Don't take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting on a first-class flight and you got to sit next to anyone, who would it be? Because you're going to be sitting there for like at least a couple hours. So somebody you'd want to talk to and really have their undivided attention.
Probably my friend Graham Clark. He's epic, and he'll listen to me with my stuff because he's one of my best friends.
Graham's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, Graham's cool.
That's interesting though. Most people go for someone who's like really famous, and no offense to Graham, great guy.
Yeah,
but he's one of your buddies, right?
I mean, like, I don't know Johnny Depp. I don't know Jim Carrey. They don't want to listen to what I have to say. I mean, I could ask them about acting tips, but I'm not going to get to have like a good conversation with them. Like, I'd prefer to sit in a flight or like spend a long time with someone that I trust and would have a fun conversation with. So
good for you, man. Quit not going clout chasing. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I think, but the thing is, I think, sitting next to Jim Carrey, oh my gosh, I'd give anything to sit next to Jim Carrey and talk to him.
Okay, that would be fun. But
once again, no offense to Graham. I'm not trying to talk you out of your answer.
Yeah, no, I get it, yeah.
But it's one of those things where, like, that's a very interesting perspective. That's cool, man. I like that. I love this one. How do you want to be remembered at Sacred Heart?
At Sacred Heart?
Or in life, I used to just ask, how do you want to be remembered? And I think it kind of stumped people. You're kind of a deep thinker, though, so you could handle that too. But you choose how you want to answer that. I think it's important thinking about how we want to be perceived, so that we kind of know how to move forward.
Right. I want to be remembered as the guy that was able to respect other people, but also like he thought about things, like he thought things through and was able to make good decisions for himself and for others, and had goals in life that he wanted to achieve. Like, I wanted to be remembered as like ambitious. Like I have things I want to do in life, definitely. Not necessarily like job goals, but just things that, like, life is meant to be lived, so we just got to go through it and do all the things we want to do. So, yeah.
Amen, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey?
I haven't.
I'll let you borrow it when I'm done. I'm
all
almost done. That's what you just said was pretty much McConaughey. It's kind of insane, actually. So you're on the right path.
All right, I'm gonna be the next McConaughey.
All right. Yeah, man. I appreciate you sitting down, taking the time. This was fun. It was interesting. Looking forward to seeing what Sacred Heart Film School Film school sounds better than film club, right?
Yeah, film school sounds official, and it's
Yeah.
we got like badges and pads on our elbows.
We need to
and
look
just,
up.
like-
We need to look up the French translation. Like
Oh, yeah.
School de film or something. That's definitely not what it is.
We'll have a
but
crest and like a little banner.
it needs to be really bougie for sure. But hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time, and man, just enjoy the rest of your week.
Definitely.